also serve, Bookmobile also serve the Guam Memorial Hospital, and when it's up, what I would like to see for it to also give service to GRMC. It services DYA, daycares, St. Dominic, and that's just to mention a few. They still service a lot more things that like Gura housing. They stop and serve all those other places too. It is very important to the community that we have our Bookmobile up and running. In Jonia Library itself, and the other thing is that I would like to also see more staff hired. In Jonia Library, they're only open once a week. They are taking care of the daycare on top of the other, the regular patrons that they have, and the other jobs that they have that, we don't really see. They're like inventory and importing and all that stuff. On top of taking care of all that daycare, they're only open once a week. What I would like to do is for them to open more days during the week, maybe hire another staff, or at least get a volunteer to help this person out. In Dedidu, they're only open once a week also. All the branches are open once a week, but they take care of a daycare. You know how many kids that is, on top of taking care of the other things like computers, answering the phone, taking care of the circulation desk, toddler program, all of this one person. So what I would like to see is to have another staff in there, be it a technician or a volunteer to help out. Agate alone, 300 students in that one day that they serve, Mount Carmel students. I don't know how she does it, but she does have one volunteer. Now, if she could have another staff or another volunteer, that would really help her out a lot. These are just a few of the things that I would like to see happen. The Internet Cafe. What is it with the Internet Cafe? We have to get it up and running, because the funds for that, from that Internet Cafe, it's going to bring us the resources such as books, CDs, DVDs, or games, for the children. And we would like, what I would also like to see is to continue the Manamku computer program. What we need with that is more computers, more computer stations, because their main complaint, the seniors' main complaint is that it's very limited seating, so they always have to wait to the next session again, which will be the next year. I believe we only run that program once, maybe twice a year. But we need more, maybe more computers. I don't know, since we've renovated, maybe they do have more computer, because I've retired since last year. So I don't know what all they have in there. But these are the things that I would like to see. The services for the blind, we have that. And we also have our homebound services. Those to continue. And they're, there's just so many things in the library that we would like to see happen. But because of our short staff, and things that are not working, like our Bookmobile, it's so limited. So we would like to see all those things come up. And I would like to also, there's so many things I would like to do, I'm sorry. But also, I would like to see, look at my notes here, to update the policy of the library's policy, the board members, to check on that too. And there's just a lot more, but I think I have enough to start with. So that's it. Thank you.
Yes, you do, Ms. Mears. And and I like your enthusiasm to wanting to be on the board. I actually look forward to seeing you on the board, because you also have Bill Sarmiento that's on the board today, and there's other folks. But I will be calling after, once I can convince my colleagues to vote for you next week, because I will complete your packet today.
Okay.
Okay, or pretty much get it completed at least no later than Monday afternoon, and then submit it to the floor session for next week, because I want to get the library up and running. When you mention once a week, for me that's unacceptable.
Yes.
I remember when I was a lot younger, I used to go to the library a lot, and today I see the libraries, most of them are closed, and I don't understand. How do you get our kids off the streets if there's nowhere to go? If the library's not open, they end up being mischievous. So that's another outlet for them. And for the Manamku and the Bookmobile, I just don't understand why nobody paid attention to you folks, okay? I don't understand that. I know the funding is obtained, if I'm correct, from the passport. So I would be very concerned, and you can expect that once I can get you confirmed, the body to vote for you next week, hopefully,
Okay.
I will call a roundtable for the public library members, because I want to know what's going on, and I honestly believe the people of Guam want to know what's going on. And come and let's put this to, not to the end, but let's come to some sense of conclusion that this is where the library needs to go. And let's work with an internet cafe. Why not open one at every library? Why don't we find ways to think outside the box? Because it's quite evident that everybody's used to, I only like it like this. No, we need to expand and think of what's available out there, because there are a lot of companies out there that will be willing, I'm almost sure, are willing to contribute. They just don't know who needs the contribution that they have available, especially when it deals with education for students, for the Manamku, for the less fortunate. And the Bookmobile, I know it's going to work. We have the Bankmobile moving. Why don't we have our Bookmobile moving just as fast? Okay, so you have my support, and I know it shouldn't be that hard to convince the other colleagues to support you. But Ms. Mears, we also have Ms. Kilichai that's also here to support you. You have oral testimony, Bernie. You wanted to speak, or you can come up if you wanted to speak. You're here, Bernie, and you can speak. Just turn on the mic. You're okay, Ms. Mears. Just have a seat there, yeah, and just press the light so it'll turn on, and just press the button, and when it lights up, then that means you're on. Thank you.
Hi, I'd like to pick up some testimony for Mary Mears. Basically, she worked more than I did, because when I came in, she was actually teaching me. So basically, this is an honor that I should speak for her sake. And basically, she gave up her job to care for mom at home. So that's something, you don't put just mom at any nursing home and stuff, but her work and her experience there will give her an avenue to see that we can do something more for the library, for our Menamco, for our students. I have a student from UOG that visited the Dedido Library. She wanted a quiet place, but sometimes our Wi-Fi, internet stuff does not work. But she was really pleased that the library did have Wi-Fi system that was trying to help her with her education. So it's really wonderful to have some more improvement into the library, and I think it's good to have it coming from the board, basically. But yes, we do need, and we need somebody in there that can really speak for us. And basically, I was working with the Bookmobile. It shut down since November 2013 up to now with no workable condition. Yeah, but Mary, she's not just a co-worker, she's also a friend. And when you have a friend, you want to be a servant to your friend, whether it be in the legislature, elsewhere as an opportunity, a servant, and you are self-motivated, you're focused, and you give up you give up yourself to someone else, and that's a servant, and she has done that. And basically, that's how we work together. Even though how short we are in staff, we work together, and that makes it positive. Once you clock in, you don't belong to the one at home, you belong to your work profession. So I thank her. I give her actually an honor for stepping out of the box to come and do this. Thank you.
And thank you, Ms. Kachai. And you know, I go back to exactly what I mentioned earlier. I will be calling, you can expect, once we get you confirmed, Ms. Mears, you can expect that all the members of the library board will be meeting. I want to know, the people of Guam needs to know where it's at, where it needs to go, and how we can help you get to where you need to go. And that is how you can service the children, service the manamko,
Yes.
service everybody. Everybody should be able to access this. And when you mention internet problem, I think if we reach out, and I'll be able to reach out to Docomo, ITNI, all the folks and ask them, because you know, everywhere on this island, Wi-Fi is pretty much available. So maybe when we reach out to them and ask them how they can help, because it's part of their advertising and promotion, is that maybe they can provide Wi-Fi availability at all the libraries. Because once they get in the library and they have access, when they leave, it gives them reason now to call the agency and saying, we'd like to sign up so we can get Wi-Fi at home, so we can continue what we're cherishing at the library. So you got my support, and I will be watching on exactly what's going on in the library, because I like to see it active. Not only once a week, unacceptable for me. If anything, at least 3 times a week. If anything, even every day would be nice. There's got to be a way to turn on the library, turn on the lights, not be a parking lot, not be a place where the homeless are staying right outside the building, or kids are playing in your parking lot, and the library's not open. We need to open up them libraries, and that's my belief. Okay, so you can expect me being very interested in the library like I am with DOE, with the charter schools, UOG, GC. There's got to be a relationship. The library has to be communicating with everybody in the education industry, not just itself. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. There's nobody else signed up to testify on your behalf, but we do have the written testimony, Ms. Mears, so you don't have to worry. We got your support. We got folks supporting you. The committee will now conclude the comprehensive hearing for Ms. Mears. The committee will continue to receive testimony up until Monday afternoon. And then please address your written testimony to the Committee on Education, Finance, and Taxation, and submit it via email to Senator Joe S. Agustin at gmail.com. My office is located at Rand Care Building, 2nd floor, Suite 3, 761 South Marine Corps Drive, Tumuning, Guam, 96931. Sijus Masi for your attendance and participating in today's hearing. And for those at home, thank you for watching. It is now 12:29. The committee will now conclude its public hearing on Mr. Babalta, Ms. Provido, and Mrs. Mears. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon.